Give you guys an idea how big these bags are. They're not little. We went in and we measured. We're 5 inches across on the holes. And I wanted to have it here, so I set in 1 inch depth. Using my square, you can see we're right at 1 inch, okay? We are 5 inches apart. Now, always use a punch. I bought this nice pointy punch. Well, you can see the mark right there. You can see the hole. And that gives your drill your starting point, so you don't walk and get off center. You may have to round it out a little one way or the other, but it's going to work. So after that, we'll measure center again. Then we'll measure the distance. We've already got our center line marked on the pan, and then we'll go the distance off both sides and the length from hole to hole, and we'll punch them again. And then we'll have our rear holes, so we can mount this on the bike. And yes, I've already started to paint the underside black, and I'll get the rest of this. Don't go nowhere. I got something more to show you besides the bike at the end. We are sturdy. We're locked in. I drilled holes there and there, and I used these two to help hold the rack. Now, in a minute, I'm going to put brackets that I'll show you here in a minute. Locking this down to the pan. The pan, this is strong. This is mounted on a frame. Okay, and I will tell you this much. A benefit is the lights. Here, let me show you the light. See that? So that worked great, because now I will never have sun glare over the light. I will always have shade over the light so people can see that the light's working. Got to do a little touch-up paint, but we got her bolted on here, and we mounted nylocks to the bike as well to make sure the pan and the rack are secured to each other, obviously, not just to the bike rack. That way we've got stability on the plate, the frame. It's reinforced. Everybody says, well, that little thing right there doesn't do anything. You're right, but a bunch of them, well, they do. I was trying to think of an example. You know, one little ant can't bring down a tree, but you put 1,000,000 ants on a tree or whatever, it'll bring it down. So same difference. And we're back here, so we'll be able to use these for bags. We'll be able to put sleeping bags, stuff like that, because this here is going to carry my dry bag. That's the most important part. Handlebars are ready. All our electronics gear is ready. God, I love those being up that high and coming back just that little bit. I mean, you look at that, how far back that comes. That's considerable when you want to just move yourself back a little bit. It works, but that way you can get rear end comfort on a long ride. But now I'm happy, and you know, the best thing of all is it's going to provide shade. So we'll turn the key on, and it'll always highlight the light. So the light will never be in direct sun. There'll never be that, you know, here, let's try the flashers. There'll never be that glare that you can't tell if it's a brake light or not. Yeah. These will always be visible. See if I can hit a brake light at the same time. There we go. There we go. So hopefully that was in focus. Anyway, throw a little more paint on there. If you look at, that's sturdy. That's really sturdy on there now. I wouldn't put my weight on it, but I won't be afraid of, you know, if you got the rear rack comes right here. So if you've got 50 pounds on here, 25 of it's probably directly on top of that. The other 25 or 30 surrounding it, I think you're still going to be okay. And now we got two really good sized backpacks. So we're going to see what they look like on the bike. I've got a lot of stuff taken out of it, but just to give you an example, There's 2 backpacks on there. Okay. And imagine a big bedroll and tent right there. And we've got space left, dude. Look, we've got space. That's fantastic. Yep. That's going to be what the doctor ordered. No, I'm not going to be carrying nothing probably that tall. Maybe. It won't be those. Those aren't waterproof. Those are just backpacks. But, yeah. A lot of the stuff from inside. That one's going. I'll tell you that. You'll see that later. But yeah, that's a backpack, and that's a single sling shoulder mount. Cross hatch. But, yeah. There you go. Yep, we're going to be traveling. I think we're good. Oh, man. Look at these lamb. Pieces of lamb. That's going to be lamb jerky. Just have a steady hand with a good kniff. All right. Let's see how this goes. We're going to hit the button. And we're going to leave it on 160 because it is a lot more tender. And we're going to turn it down to, let's just try 5.5 hours the first time. All right, we're going into the back room. And we're going to check that jerky. Oh, man, does that look good? This is lamb. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my goodness. Let's find a thinner piece that's done. There we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. And we have another backpack. What's in there? All right. We've got jerky 4 and 5 packs deep. We've got bacon jerky. We've got beef jerky with fat. We have beef and bacon jerky packs. Oh, yeah. And I've got about 60 packs so far. And we're going to have at least 1 pack or 2 packs for every day. Okay, I won't take all these, but I'll take a couple of them. I got several different kind of life straws. This one's got the bag that screws on the bottom. This will probably be my travel one. You got the hose where you can drink it out from the backpack. Definitely going to use that on the ride. Screws onto a bottle or anything. So I'll use this one because it's already not shrunk wrapped. I put the rest of them in vacuum seal just to keep them safe. And some radiation tablets just in case we get off track and end up by True Noble. You know, take a wrong turn somewhere. Well, you can see the bike good, but not me. That's probably even better. But bottom line, I won't have to take any cooking utensils whatsoever. No silverware, no pots, no pans, no cleaning. I get to really lighten down on my gear because I'm, well, taking everything. Meat and salt. I will take sea salt. Oh, and of course, fire starters. The ones that'll light even in the pouring down rain because, yeah, I have some of those. Go figure, right? I'm just excited that this rack came out as good as it did. I just got it yesterday. So if you got something to do, don't procrastinate. Do it. It'll work just fine.